Good morning, Alaska Rural Homestead. Hey, this is Mark. Thought I'd try a little new introduction for you, maybe perk you up just a little bit, get that blood pumping. Anyways, so we went out, we did a little bit of harvesting last night, and more stinging nettle. Yum. Hey, don't knock it till you tried it. I tell you what, it is good. This is beet tops. Hey, they're great in salads. They're great in stir fry. Great raw. So this is really good for you to eat. Something to hit you up on. Oh yeah, and smoothies. Yum, let me tell you. So another thing, shout out to Shed Warriors. Yeah, this is ShedWars21 coming. We want to just get that hyped up too and pass that along to all our Shed Warriors who are growing their own food and being self-sufficient. So, anyways, quick deal here. This is nasturtiums. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right because, you know, my wife's the botanist here, I'm not. Anyways, nasturtiums, really good, peppery taste. They're a flower, and you can use them in smoothies, you can use them in stir fries, you can freeze dry them for a peppery taste in soups and salads that away. Something good. She's went ahead and harvested these yesterday, but because they like to wilt really quick, she put them in the freezer, keep them nice and fresh. I'm going to transfer a little bit more out of this tray and put it in this tray to even it out to put it in the freeze dryer. Our stinging nettle, harvested first thing this morning. We've already cleaned it like we showed you in a previous video, so check that out. We're going to go ahead and put that in the trays. Another thing, we went out and we got some cabbage leaves. Now, everybody thinks that, you know, here's your nice little beautiful cabbage, let's eat that. That's great. But what do you do with those other leaves? Most people just throw them in the garbage. They maybe feed them to a rabbit or something like that. But let me tell you, you take those leaves off, you take the main stem out, you put them in a nice little bag like this, throw them in the freezer, wait till you get, you know, nice sizable bunch of it. Make a stir fry with it. You can steam them, they're great. You know what, if you keep the whole leaf, you can actually make wraps out of them, sausage wraps. Put your sausage in there and then roll it up, and that's really good too. So anyways, like I said, we don't waste anything. This is part of the harvest, so we will go ahead and weigh it for you. So cabbage leaves, like I said, this is kind of a byproduct, but it's more of a, well, let's just say it's a harvest, even though it's a byproduct of that harvest. So, about an ounce. Not gangbusters in weight, but you know what? That ounce adds up over time in the season. Beet tops. Oh, there's 3 pounds. I don't know if you can see that, just so you know I'm not BSing you. 3 pounds. Woo! That's some yummy stuff right there. And of course the stinging nettle, which everybody thinks is a weed because they don't know any better. And we got 1.5 pounds. So 4.5 pounds. We'll call it 4.5 pounds even though there's an ounce here. But hey, who cares? It's good to eat. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Being self-sufficient and eating what you grow and what you can find on your homestead or in your area. Now, quick public service announcement, so to speak. Everything's getting tight, money's getting tight. You people at home can save money, and it's right outside your front door. It's in the country. Get yourself an herbalist book, read it, go out and get some of this stuff. Nasturtium, stinging nettle, pineapple weed, strawberry blight. There's all sorts of stuff. Dandelions. You know, this is stuff that people don't grow, that's usually in fields, nobody wants because nobody knows about it. This is stuff that God has put on this earth that we can eat. It's good for you. It will not make you sick. It's not a poison. Read your herbalist manual though. Make sure you get one with pictures. And I mean not black and white, but good pictures. That way you're sure what it is. If for instance you have a doubt on something, your local university, your agricultural department will be able to clarify it for you. But let me tell you, it's a good way to save money. Add to your salads, add to your soups, and add to your herbs. So let's get back to getting these stinging nettle and the nasturtiums into the freeze dryer. So I'll just put this to the side here real quick. Okay, Doug, so we're going to put these in here. I like to use tongs. Like I said, you know, I can pick it up. She's already cleaned it properly, so it's not going to sting me, just so you see this. But just for food safe and serve safe handling, I always like to use tongs, so just something that I do. There again, if you haven't seen how to clean this, check out our video on how to clean and use the stinging nettle. So we're going to load these trays up, hopefully without making a mess. The nice thing about this stinging nettle, other than the fact that everybody thinks it's a weed because they don't know any better, is it's great for medicinal purposes. It's also great nutritionally. It's real easy to grow. In fact, because it's classified in a weed, it's kind of hard not to grow. And it will take over your garden plot really quick if you're not careful. However, like I said, this is really good for you, really nutritious, and you know, in the scheme of things, it's inexpensive. Damn near free in a lot of places if you know where to go and get it. But I'll get these in the trays here, and once that's done, we will go ahead and put it into jars, and it will be ready for the year-long season. What's left in this bag right here, we will go ahead and stick in the freezer to keep it fresh. We try not to leave it in the freezer more than a day or two, and it takes 24 hours for this to rotate out. So in 24 hours, this will be ready to go. Now, because we pre-chill this, it makes it quicker for the freeze dryer to go ahead and freeze this stuff out. The catch is you don't want it to be in a clump. So what we tend to do is we leave it in the freezer for a couple hours so it starts getting chilled and starts getting a little bit of ice in it, and then we just kind of take the bag and shake it a little bit and keep it loose, and then put it back in and let it freeze some more. We try not to crush it, but we do kind of, you know, break it up a little bit with our hands. You know, you don't want to go into the tray as a powder, you know, frozen powder. But anyway, so that's how we keep it fresh and keep it ready for use. So.
All right, so this is the stinging nettle. I'm going to go ahead and just leave that in there for now. I know I'm going to have more to harvest, so I'm just going to leave this like this. Then I have a bunch of my flowers here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I hear sometimes people having some issues with their freeze dryer and the motor and whatnot, but honestly, we've never had a problem with it, so. Alright, so we got that batch done. Now we're going to go ahead and do some beet greens and more nettle. So I've also been harvesting some flowers around the homestead. I've got yarrow in here. I've got my chamomile. I've got nasturtium. I've got bachelor buttons. I've got marigolds, borage. So we're going to go ahead and get these on the trays. We put these on the trays, and we want to have this as low as possible. Push that down. And this won't take long at all for it to go into the freeze dryer and dry. These beet greens are super great in soups in the winter time. You know, you always need to get more vitamins from eating your greens. I might have some of my kale in here and some of my cabbage leaves also. There we go. Okay. So it says the process is complete. We can open the drain valve now. So I'm going to go ahead and open the drain valve. And you can hear it release pressure. Let's open this up and see if it's ready. I'm going to have to clean this out a little bit. Yep, it looks like it's done. All right, so our flowers are completely dry. They just came out of the freeze dryer, and our beet greens are done. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get all this jarred up. I went ahead and harvested my poppy seeds, some of them, and I'm going to let those dry just like that. The others I'm probably going to harvest and put in the freeze dryer and see how well they do. So anyways, don't forget to subscribe and like our channel. Bye now.